Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always, and in this video we're going to walk through the entire process of how you can bridge your XDC to the Songbird Network via the Ēnosys bridge. Ēnosys recently launched this bridge and it is a first in the space. The limit and the cap has been increased over the past couple of weeks, so now is the perfect time if you want to bring your XDC over to the Songbird network and start utilizing it in various DeFi products. We're going to start here on this website, and this is the Ēnosys bridge guide, and we're going to run through everything, and anything that you do see in this video, all of the relevant links will be contained in the description, so that's a great place to start. As mentioned in this guide, I will be actually using MetaMask, which actually supports both of these networks, that's Songbird and XDC, so it just makes sense. I also have a Solidify application walkthrough at the very end. They've been very kind enough to allow me to use this video that they've created, so be sure to check that too. So here we are, this is the guide, and the first thing that we need to do is add the XDC network. It's very simple, it's just a case of pasting all of this stuff into the actual MetaMask wallet. So what we can do is we can go to MetaMask here at the top right. If you haven't already installed it, it is just an extension for your browser, and I will leave a link in the description. We can just click that here, and as you can see, we need to click on this top right box here, and then we want to go to the settings. From here, we want to scroll down a little bit, and you can see this little section called Networks. We want to add a new network, the XDC Network. So we should be brought over to this page, and as you can see from the list, XDC doesn't currently exist. So what we want to do is add a network manually. As I said before, this is just a very simple process of copying and pasting all of the information that you can see in this guide over here into these boxes. So let's get started. XDC Network. So I've quickly added the network, very simple, very straightforward. Click on Save. And as we can see, the network has been added successfully. Perfect. If we go back over to the guide here, let's have a quick look at the next steps. One of them is to actually set up the token addresses. So here's one for the XDC network. This means that we need to add this token address to the XDC network, and this represents wrapped XDC. Just as with Songbird, you have wrapped Songbird, with XDC you also have wrapped XDC. So let's quickly copy that. We're going to go up to MetaMask, and we want to switch the network. Here we can see that it is XDC. You want to make sure that you're on that, and you can come down here and click on Assets, and you want to import tokens. Simply paste in the token address. It should automatically populate with the details. WXDC, wrapped XDC. Click on Add Custom Token and import token. Obviously we don't have any yet because this is a fresh wallet that we haven't sent any assets to. Perfect. So if we go back, the next thing that we want to do is actually add exXDC to the Songbird network. And you can go through the exact same process, but for the Songbird network by importing this token address. We're just going to copy that and click on the MetaMask extension, and we want to drop this down to the Songbird network. As you can see, I've added some custom tokens here myself. What we want to do is we want to import tokens again, just as last time, and paste this in. Again, automatically populated. There we go. This is exXDC added to the Songbird network. Import tokens, hey presto. Everything is good. And just a little note here, if you do not have the Songbird network added on MetaMask, I'm going to leave a link here where you can do it, and it's just the process of pasting in these details, just as we did with the XDC network. So once we have that set up, the next process is to send XDC to the wallet. Perfect. So I'm going to go through that process and I will join you in just a short moment. Now, one important thing that I will say is that if you go to MetaMask, you want to get your XDC address, and you can do that simply by copying this here. I've pasted this in and it seems like this address is invalid. And you may be wondering why, and that's because XDC has this weird kink where you need to actually replace the 0x prefix with XDC. Perfect. That's just a little side note for you guys that may be struggling with getting your XDC over to your wallet. So I waited a couple of minutes and withdrew my XDC from my exchange, and as you can see, it is sitting here in my wallet. So we're good to pretty much go. So once you have set up the XDC network on your wallet and have funded it with XDC, visit the Ēnosys Bridge dApp. So let's give that a click. This is what it looks like. The first thing that we want to do is connect our wallet. You can do that in the top right here. And obviously, since we are using MetaMask, we want to click MetaMask. Perfect. Now, one thing that I do want you to note is that this bit here, you need to make sure that there is still some in the remaining daily limit. At the minute, you can see that there is 41, almost 42,000 WXDC that is able to be bridged across. And if we go up to the top here, we can see that I do have my XDC ready. So all we have to do is ensure that we are connected to the XDC network and enter an amount. You may also notice that you're receiving slightly less. There is a 1% fee, and that fee, or a portion of it at least, is actually sent towards the APY cloud, something that I'm very excited about. If you want to receive to a specific address, you can do so here. I'm just going to paste in my original SGB address, and then we're going to click wrap. All you have to do is confirm the transaction. And there we go, we have just successfully wrapped 600 XDC. Right, so here we are connected to the XDC network. You can see it at the top here. I have 98 XDC in my wallet. That's irrelevant. If we scroll down here, I have 600 wrapped XDC, and that's what we want to send over to the Songbird network. If you give the Flare wrap a quick refresh, you should see the balance right up here of your wrapped XDC, and also the remaining daily limit just down here. So what I want to do is I want to send all of the wrapped XDC, let's just do a 599. And as you can see, there is a small fee here. I'm just going to click on this and get my address and click on receive on another address. You don't have to do this. I just know that XDC has that dodgy prefix and I don't want any trouble, so I'm just going to confirm that anyway. All we need to do is approve this contract. And this is basically allowing the wallet to actually transact this, right? Okay, so we're going to click on next, click on approve. And as you can see, we're just waiting there. It has been approved. Finally, we just need to click on bridge and actually perform the transaction. So there we go, it has been completed. Well, not completed fully. The transaction has been made and the validators on the XDC network are observing what's happened, and shortly the wrapped XDC should be in the Songbird account. So I just waited about 15 minutes, and if we go up to the MetaMask plugin here, we want to actually change from the XDC network, which is where we was bridging the wrapped XDC from, over to the Songbird network. And we click on assets here and scroll right to the bottom, we should see some there. There we go, we have our exXDC. Perfect. Now you're pretty much set up as can be when you want to participate in Flare Farm, and this is going to allow you to provide liquidity for the wrapped XDC, it's called exXDC, and the Songbird pool. Now bear in mind that these APYs will be very high to start with, and that's why it's essential to get in as soon as possible, because it's likely that the APY will reduce extremely fast at the very start and then start to even out as we go forward. So now we're going to have a peek at the Solidify wallet and how you can actually bridge using their application. Again, I'll leave a link in the description if you are interested. So that is just a very brief overview of how you can bridge XDC onto the Songbird Network. The Ēnosys bridge is the first of its kind, bridging assets onto the Songbird Network, and we have many more assets to look forward to in the future. If you found this video helpful or think that it may be able to help other people, please feel free to share it. As I said before, all of the important links are in the description. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.